Hey there, everybody, and welcome to episode 15 of the Artifact Sect. I'm Icon, and we're doing charity, and we're going far today. So, a lot of adventuring's up on my agenda today, and we're going to try and get our cultivators ahead, of course. So, I'm not too sure where things will end up today. Nyanyun is right now busy trying to... Where did I send her again? Where did I send Yanyun again? I know that it was something useful. Ah, yeah. She's trying to gather up spirit wood, and our good friend C2 June is trying to unlock a new area here at Riverbank Plains, which allows us to gather more ice crystal ore. But until then, we're going to send Junju around, and she's going to just plunder whatever area we can find, because she's now our surprise superstar. In the last episode, I managed to get her up to a golden core of tier 2, and I must say that was really beneficial and surprising. So let's see what will happen today. My plans are pretty straightforward. I want to plunder the environment as hard as I can, because there are so many good things that we can acquire from our neighbors that I want to see what we can bring up. In the meantime, I'm waiting for Zhang Zhong to finally get to the reborn stage so that we can put him onto some traveling schedule. Because right now, he's still slower than a golden core should normally be. That's because his weird cultivation law needs a breakthrough point before it is at its full potential on the respective stage. It's a very weird one, but it's also not the worst one. Pretty interesting. Okay, let's see what we can find in here. Spirit Crystal Decoration Shelf. Okay. Cool stuff. Fancy bling bling for sure. I have explored these areas several times already. I have already memorized a couple of those, what they include, but somehow I have failed to keep all of these things in my head. Oh, 10k. 10k is among the largest spirit beasts, spirit beasts that you can encounter. In these maps, at least. So, this will take a moment. But overall, I'm quite okay with the performance of Junju's fighting power right now. It could be better, of course, but this will grow better once we finally have access to better artifacts. Right now, my biggest problem is my artifacts are rather crap, so therefore, my fighting power is as well. So, this is all, yeah? No, this is not. I would have been surprised. So there's a couple of purity pills here, and a Spirit Stone Virtue statue. Okay. Alright, let's see. We got these items as loot, of course. Let's pick them up. And yeah, these pills seem to be the remaining loot here. Okay, that's a very underwhelming adventure stage, but whatever. It's better than nothing, you know? Some of these locales are just outright disappointing, but it will take a little bit longer until I have successfully memorized the boring ones. And from that point on, I will start avoiding them, honestly. But I guess it'll take some time longer until I get there. But you know, long-term goals. Everybody needs his long-term goals. So Junju's back home. Let's send her to the next place. After Thunderclap Cave comes Glimmer Cave. Alright. And our miners are successfully digging out the environment here. Wonderful. My Zhong dude is slowly getting forward. June has gained 50 grand of XP for free. I like that. So honestly, let's carve a path through here as well. These poor souls. Spiritwood! Wait a sec, she injured her meridian at this point? No! I had no clue that cultivating at the wrong spot can actually hurt your meridians. I hope it's not too horrible. The more you know. But no, it was just it seems like it was only a phrase. So, okay, I just want to check out if you can already see treasures before you have uncovered them. At least for once I wanted to check it out. I mean, I found it highly unlikely, but who knows. Whoop! There's a big bear up ahead of me. Oh, my dog is actually already roughed up. And there's also lots of igneo-copper ore here, which is kind of like tragic because I don't need that stuff at all. I will gather that fire essence bar nevertheless, though. Alright. I did kill that colossal toxic thing on the other map already. Repeating names. It's only a very small stack there, so I'm not too interested there. Oh, come on, game. Let me press those buttons. So, fire essence bar, yes please. I'm also going to grab these igneo-copper bars here. Simple reason behind that. This way, I don't need to refine them myself. Somebody else already did that job for me. I like that. So, I'm going to wait for now. What I'm going to collect next is not too sure. Look at those boys. The Chinese party boys. Disco light fever. Alright, Fang Si. Okay. Let's take down that beastie. I mean, seriously, what's going on with these dudes? They're going nuts. They're just dancing the night away. Seriously, this is a little bit too much. They should issue a seizure warning for that one. Okay, so we're going to collect those igneo-copper bars, the larger stack at least, and that large stack of beast blood. Apart from that, there's not really anything that I want to acquire. Not too unhappy with the loot, though. These fire elemental things aren't bad at all. But this also explains to me why she hurt her meridians while meditating there. Because as a metal person, you certainly don't like fire chi too much, out of obvious reasons. So, well, she survived, didn't she? Now let's wait until she's back home, and rinse and repeat. This is a very, very important thing for us to plunder these areas, and I was so much looking forward to it, because this is one of my favorite stages of the game, when you're finally strong enough to smack all those demon beasts outside there and loot the hell out of this world, because there are so many good items in this game to loot basically everywhere. It's a shame not to. Okay. Gale Peak Town. Now, that's the place we were looking for. That's the place where ice crystal ore grows on trees, or something like that. Anywho. Junju will fetch a few pieces of ice crystal ore for us, I hope. But first, let me enter the Jadestone Cliff. Alright. I should try and pay a visit to Purple Cloud Palace too, and see if we can't find some cheap talisman paper there. I mean, at the end of the day, most of these maps had some sort of treasure for us, as of yet. So, it would be foolish not to look for those, I think. So, here's a demon bunny. These are the easiest to kill. Here we go. They only come with a very low amount of G. Therefore, it's very easy to take them down. I got no clue what we're going to find in here, honestly. This is one of those corners of the world which I just don't memorize what's there. But that also means it shouldn't be nothing too special. But I think it was a crimson fruit here. Since this is one of the really rare things that can spawn here, there's a high chance of that spawning here as the main treasure. Okay. Grabbing up that Ignite Copper ore nevertheless. I mean, sure, we already have over 1,000 of these ore pellets back at home. And also I won't need that anytime too soon, but one day I might. And Ignite Copper ore is actually quite hard to come by. Not that as if it would be always that easy to gather. And here we go. And yeah, there's the crimson fruit, which is pretty good to have one, because these thingies, they are really, really valuable. And here's a 50 stack of demon pelt. Like that too. Alright, but beyond that, I think there's not much more to be looted. Let's pick up that beast blood, because we can. And let's see what's around here. Some more ore. I don't care. And then see. Like there's even more around the corners here. Yeah, more ore. Ha. Oh well. What an awesome event. I like that. I mean, we got a crimson fruit and a lot of Ignite Copper ore out of these adventures. Not gonna mutter about that. I mean, it's exactly the kind of stuff I don't need right now, but hey, who cares? Alright. Now, let's wait until everybody's back home. So, let's see. Junju, have you learned Spirit Gravel, actually? Just asking myself. No, she didn't. So, definitely want to have that. On one of my main adventurer types, skill is absolutely mandatory. Okay, now let's get over to Gale Peak Town, and well, let's put Junju on the job. Why not? There is a fire. Oh yeah, the Crimson Fruit. You see, the Crimson Fruits have a lot of potential to mess your whole town up. Can somebody please transport that stuff now away before it burns down the entire shack? Hello? Dog? Anywhere? Anybody? These things are just massive. Yo, guys, seriously, what the hell? Why is that job not being done? Alright. Now let's put somebody onto the carrying job. So, Zhang Fan. Dude, move. Now. Alright, now they finally moved it away. Oof. Ah, always fun with these things. Always fun, you know? Let's see. Well, looks like we have to work some magic to make her whole again. Alright, now let's get ourselves some access to the next sect in our vicinity, because at the end of the day, I need to have access to everybody. You know, I'm feeling generous. You're receiving some jade offcut this time. And I'll be buying that access directly. Alright, now, let's send June over to this place repeatedly to explore the hell out of it. And Junju is at the place. I just had some problems. You know what? We're going to wait until Junju is at the point where she's actually able to collect something. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. Yeah. Okay, we already got the ice crystal ore in our pockets, which we need to complete that ordeal. It's just quite important for me to have that done before I go in there, because I really don't want to end up with me needing those resources because I happen to not find any ice crystal ore in there. Who knows? I've seen weirder things happen, you know. So yeah, Spirit Revel and empowered cultivators run like that. It's pretty normal. They always look like that. Don't you worry. It's all fine with her. It's no illegal substance involved or something like that. No, no. Just training. Just training. Ridiculous training. Okay, let's see. I can't remember this place somehow. Alright. Where's your warehouse? I know you're hiding your stuff somewhere. Okay, so there's wheat in here, and people are standing on top of stuff here. They're trying to protect their ore. I can't smell it. Well, okay. I find it quite funny that after learning Spirit Revel, my cultivators usually are slower in the air than they are on their feet. So I personally find that very amusing. I mean, sure, you want them flying at the end of the day because it makes them just more effective. But at the same time, Junju is now faster while on her feet. But looks like there's really no source of ice crystal ore in this town whatsoever. Probably. I'm going to use the target menu in a sec, after I have scooped out all the black spots here. Alright, doesn't look like I've missed out anything there. And in the warehouse, there ain't no ice crystal ore either. Outrageous. But because I'm so outraged about their puny efforts here, I'm just going to steal all the food from the winter village. You know, cultivation style. Alright, so this... Wait a sec. Dragon feces? There's a pile of dragon feces on that pedestal. Amazing. Alright, there's a lot of food in here as well. So you could just loot meals from that place, I see. But beyond that... Well... You know... There's no reason not to, if you ask me. Get out of here. Good boy. The poop is mine. I mean, seriously, this is pretty good loot. And it also was exactly the right decision to not rely on the on finding any ice crystal ore there. I have a vague memory of having that tried several times before in the past, and I was always left off very, very disappointed. Alright. So we're being swarmed by that stupid soil essence, which is just lying around everywhere. But sure thing. Alright, let's take care when Junju comes back home. We immediately have to follow her pathing because of a simple reason there. I want to know where she drops off her loot. Because, you know, the dog loves to eat dragon poop. For whatever reason that is, he really grabs that stuff super quickly and snacks it away. But not if you order to place it somewhere immediately after it drops somewhere. Okay, so now we can finally put up the furnace to production and craft ourselves some ice essence bar. We can also put up the stonework and craft us some holy stone block. And beyond that, let's go over to the ruins of Tai. Camp there. And grab finally that blueprint for the mini-universe, because I think I should have everything that is necessary for that. The warmth of spring permeates the air. Wonderful. It's finally spring, guys. So that Yujian dude is going to get those private apartments of mine. And here we go. Oh yeah, of course, somebody has to talk. Wait a second, maybe not C2 June. Yeah, Zhong. Why not Zhong? Zhong is a regular here. He's always here. It's just about doing that one-click favor thing. Because if people are from a certain sect, they feel better about their stay if they had a chat before. Just saying. Alright, Junju is now at the ruins of Tai. Let's get in there. And we're going to grab now the blueprints for the mini-universe. It's pretty early. I'm growing faster. But I gotta say, with the fact that there's no more challenge in grabbing that holy stone, this does make things a lot faster, gotta admit. There we go. So here's the Spirit Stone Pagoda. Zoosh. Here we go. There's the Legacy of Tai. Don't drop it. We only have it once. Like, seriously, if you ever lose this item, you might as well reset your save file, because without cheating, there's no way back to that stuff. Oh yeah, let's pick those up. I'm always short of those. Also, while we're here, let's just fill our pockets with some items. Oh well. Here we go. Large stacks for the win. And let's get back home. Alright. With these in our pockets, we're going to construct that mini-universe in no time. Right. Let's wait for Junju to come back home, which goes really quickly, and we're now going to unseal Legacy of Tai. Which yields the Universe Spirit Crystal and the Secret Codex of Tai. And we're going to examine that one. And we have now the blueprint for that wonder. There we go. So let's check it out. I have everything except for the Ice Essence bar, but that's not a big surprise. Let's go. That Ice Essence bar is being created while I'm talking, so no biggie. Awesome. I wouldn't have thought that we were going to bring up the construction of that thing today. I am very, very pleasantly surprised. Alright, let's send Junju over to the Purple Cloud Palace, because I got the feeling as if we could find something there as well. Alright, June found Ganoderma and Lingji. Ganoderma! Wonderful. This is actually a pretty good haul, because Ganoderma and Red Ginseng are among these boosters that I like to give inner disciples to achieve higher amounts of maximum Chi. But I don't know if Ganoderma have the same quality. I only know that Red Ginseng is also a pretty powerful foundation increaser. So basically, if you want your outer disciples to grow their foundation quicker, red ginseng helps a ton. Alright, let's get into the Purple Cloud Palace and see if we can't pilfer anything there. It would be really awesome if we could get some talisman paper for free in there. Because right now I feel like we're really growing in power rather quickly. The only thing I need to do is, I think I really need to rebirth C2 June as quick as possible. Because the fact that this guy is supposed to be my artifact crafter, and this guy is at the same time such a measly low-tier golden core, does make me quite nervous. Immortal tree. Can I pilfer that? I think so, eh? Yeah. Let's see what we... if we can't put up some nice trees here in our sect. Okay. Couldn't resist, you know. That's what I like about... what I personally like a lot about the Wudang DLC, is that it gives you these decorational items which aren't all just buildings. You also get some decorational items like these trees. That's pretty cool, I'd say so. So them dudes all have chi fasting pills in their rooms. Well, exploring sects is always a little bit of a ungrateful job due to the excessive amount of doors that you have to traverse, which are always truly a royal pain in the rear to click them. Also, this place is friggin' massive. If you haven't noticed it yet, the mini-map of this place is way larger than everything else that you usually encounter in the game here. So, here we go. Large forests behind that palace, okay. Somehow I doubt that there's anything useful in the woods here, but who knows. So let's get ourselves in the air and check that out. I mean, the forest area here is truly massive. Like, wow. It's insane. So much empty space. I mean, it's not really empty space. Somebody from the dev team did place down lots and lots of trees. Or, well, maybe it was done by some algorithm. I highly assume it was some algorithm. But, well, can't stop myself, you know. I have to try it out at least once to find out if there's anything of particular value here to be pilfered. At the end of the day, this is why I came. So I have pretty mixed feelings about the Wudang DLC now in general. I mean, it's pretty cool to have access to these materials, but on the other hand, it seems to be very, very hard to find larger pleasure out of these things if you're not Chinese. So here's pretty nifty stuff. I mean, alright. Clone pills, so you can cheat at the auction. I had no clue that this was a thing. Alright, so there would be a larger stockpile of these talismans if there wouldn't be a person watching over them. Probably that person will leave one day. Probably not, since they're cultivating. Oh boy. I don't know if these areas are actually meant to turn you into a thief, or what's the matter. But I don't see what we can achieve from here, honestly. It's all just fancy architecture. I mean, not gonna lie, it's really massive, and I am always pretty positively surprised about these insane buildings that the devs whip up in this game. Like, I don't see myself capable of building these things on my own when I build sects, you know? But at the same time, there's also a whole lot of nothing going on inside here. So, let's see what the target marker says so far. Couple of pills. Resin essence. That's actually doing. It's replenishing stamina. Oh boy, that's what you're looking for. And this is the only place where we found the these talisman papers yet. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about what I can find here. Maybe there are even more rooms that yield more treasures. So far, it's looking pretty grim. Personally, feel like these maps are a little bit too large. The Wudang maps, I mean. Because with all proper respect, exploring these feels even more like a chore than it already does, usually. And now, I don't know. I somehow have a feeling as if I could have missed a lot, but at the same time, I really don't want to try out. Alright, let's get home. I don't want to anger these people by trying to steal something where somebody is already looking at. And, well, these talisman papers, we can craft them ourselves at some point. Serenity Soul Gems are a little bit hard to come by, but eventually we will find more and more of those when we take down those Christmas elves. So that shouldn't be too much of a trouble. Alrighty, so that sums up today's episode. We have made huge progress. Next episode, I think we will finish that mini-universe for sure. And I don't know, let's see what we're going to do except for that. Okay, I only know that I'm very, very grateful for your company. Thank you again so much for watching. This whole project would not be the same without you guys watching these videos so regularly and so, well, passionately, I'm almost inclined to say. And yeah, so feel free to drop me your comments down below. Leave a thumbs up on that series if you enjoyed, and of course, last but not least, check out the channel. Daily videos happening there. All you need to do is turn on the subscription and the notification button. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.